everybody. Welcome to Fort Myers. It is actually perfect here today. Tad windy, but we're here today to give women the ability to speak their mind and speak the truth. So we're still waiting for some people to show up. So if you don't mind giving us a few minutes, hang out with us, enjoy the view.
All right, so Fort Myers, Florida, and you are one of the founding members of Women Speak Florida. Can you talk a little bit about your group?
Yes, actually, it's kind of an organic group. I started to do a Let Women Speak event in Tampa, and it kind of morphed into this everyone in Florida wants to speak. And I was just pushed to the forefront to do it. And like Kelly J always says, if not you, then who? And I made those words reality.
Mm-hmm. And is your plan to do a speak out event every month in a different city in Florida, or do you have a plan? Or
Yes, as of right now, our plan is to simply do a speaker's corner every third Sunday of the month in some city that's in need, or whatever closest.
how did you pick Fort Myers?
We actually picked Fort Myers for a women in our group who needed us to come a little south because she can't drive. So we're actually waiting for her as we speak.
Okay, cool. Do you want to start with some speeches then?
I'm waiting for a speaker. I'm just here to host. I don't really have a speech prepared.
Oh, there's some crap going on in the chat. I don't know.
And in the car. Yeah. Whatever drama that is, I'll give you a few moments to resolve that. You want to do a speech?
Do you want me to talk?
You want to do your first speech?
Sure. Do I need a mic?
No, you're just going to stand here and say hi. And
All right. Hold my phone. Perfect.
Everyone, this is our member, Jessica.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, it's really windy outside. Crazy. So I just wanted to spout off a few facts on why it's so dangerous to identify biological males as women or females, and why it is dangerous to women. And it's not about just not wanting them in our bathrooms or anything like that. It's about our safety, our privacy, and our dignity. So, in California, 334 male to female transitioners asked to move to women's prisons. Already 43 requests have been put in, and of those 43 requests, about 17 have been approved and are under review. This is happening in states like New York, Illinois, California, New Jersey, Washington, and so many more liberal states. In May of 2022, in Central California women's facility, a trans-identifying male inmate took a female inmate outside to a porta-john and raped her, and left somebody else outside to keep a lookout so nobody else could save her. Then later on threatened to rape other female inmates. That inmate now suffers from permanent panic attacks. Also, a trans-identifying male who goes by the name Demi Minor has been jailed for murdering his foster father. He got 2 female inmates pregnant in New Jersey jail last year alone. So allowing male prisoners into women's prisons only raises the number of males who are looking to get out of harsher prison sentences in male prisons. They're looking to spend easier times in women's prisons and also be around women inmates that they can take advantage of. And also in California, intact males only need to self-identify. They don't have to go through hormones or surgery in order to get approved to go to women's prisons. And of almost 160,000 federal prison inmates, around 1,100 are males who identify as trans, and of those 1,100 males, around half of those are sex offenders with a history of sexual offenses. Also, when trans-identifying males do go through hormones and surgeries, they still show to have the same level of criminality, meaning that they're still prone to higher rates of criminal and violent crime, much higher than women. So putting men in women's prisons is absolutely a no-go. There's a reason why we should not identify any biological male as a woman or allow them to identify themselves as such. There's also a bill that is going through the Florida legislature right now, 1674. It's called the Facility Requirements Based on Sex. It would allow women who see a male in a female's facility, whether that's a bathroom, a changing room, a shelter, to ask them to leave. If they do not leave, a cop can be called and they can be removed by a cop. They also can face criminal charges for that as well. So please keep an eye on that, because this is something that needs to be passed in this state so that women can take back the right to our single-sex spaces. Thank you.
I'll hold that in your speech.
Okay, so we are waiting now for the next speaker to come up. Thank you, Jessica. And Women Speak Florida was founded by VF and Jade, who was speaking with us earlier. And we just heard Jessica speak. You can see the lovely palm trees there in the background. They are in Fort Myers, Florida today, and the weather is quite different there, much nicer.
Sorry for that break.
Oh, here comes Jade.
Hey, everybody. We were just trying to move so that VF could have her spot this once. So we're going to turn around really quick, go for a little ride with me.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that.
That's cool. Is the next speaker VF?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, banners and posters. Cool. This is VF.
We invested in. Finally, it's up. Sorry, we were supposed to set up earlier. We got here a little late. Okay. Well, just so today, I was getting ready to write the speech, and on how transphobe is grooming your children, transing the gay and autistic ones, confusing them about the realities of biological sex, and handing them over to sex clown alphabet soup that represent the PDOs who want to reach your children about gender Jesus, non-binary, gender eunuchs, anal sex in schools as early as the 3rd grade, all paid for by your tax dollars. In the name of teaching tolerance and acceptance. Honestly, South Park called this out long ago about how reasonable students and parents who care about child safeguarding would be silenced, shamed, and punished for their hateful poetry. How dare they not want children cut up, experimented on, brainwashed, and exposed grown adults preying on them, putting on strip shows and handing them school board approved porn. I'm sad to say it's not the first time. I'm going to say I'm shocked to learn the state of Florida is now protecting a murderous, Looney Tune teacher who has openly expressed a desire to shoot his students and kill himself. And furthermore, he's now so employed, as of like Thursday, he wasn't, but he held these kids hostage. It's pure evil to hold kids hostage to a psychopath in drag. All this I have to say is trans equals terrorism. This is even the first school to have a potentially school shooting motivated trans ideology. No, this is the 3rd within 2 weeks. One case, 6 children were actually murdered, and the media victim blamed the victims and compared the trans child murderer to Jesus Christ. For the love of God and of sanity, this must end. Trans is a death cult, and there's really no limits. They are when they're justified killing kids. Wake the fuck up. This is a war in society on women, on children, and it's time to tackle this mental health crisis and return to the values of truth, justice, and the American way. That is what we here at Women Speak Florida stand for. Thank you.
Yeah. Damn, I love this woman. That's the fire. Yeah. Did you say really your third in 2 weeks?
Yes, third. Transported and potential murder in 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
So,
Contagious.
it is a contagion. These are the people who are literally in charge of educating your children, or just indoctrinating your children. Unfortunately, that's all of us who are here. Unless you want to speak. No. So next time.
Can we just remind people to reach out to your representatives, because just because they're starting to pass laws that women can speak up for themselves in women's facilities, we still need to say no to self-ID. We need to make sure that we are giving people the ability to identify these people when we're calling authorities and they're looking at their ID. If you can change your sex on your driver's license that easily, then anybody could, you could lie about whoever you are. So we need to write Florida representatives and remind them that what they're doing is great, but it's not enough. We have to say no to self-ID.
That's a good point. It all starts locally. Make sure that you know who your state representatives are and contact them and let them know that you support pro-rights legislation. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks for tuning in. And those were some women in Florida with Women Speak Florida who were out in the wind, out in the beautiful day in Fort Myers, expressing their First Amendment free speech rights, expressing their opinions. And I'm Thistle Pettersen. Thanks for tuning in to another WLRN live stream. Hey, to everyone who tuned in. It's nice to see we have 14 looking, just tuned in right now. And so, yeah, I'll sign off, and I'll see you all at the next Speak Out event, or definitely maybe down the trails of Michigan over the summer. Keep speaking. Thanks, Thistle. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the short and sweet screaming into the ether for women's liberation. Yeah, for sure. It's been a great journey to create WLRN and to just have a relationship out in the ethers with other women who are using this internet technology to connect and make connections so that we can become an army of women and topple this horrible system that is mutilating children and brings us war, brings us the F-35s here in Madison. We have military jets, huge, very expensive military jets coming right into my city, and we just have this huge, very masculinized male violent power system that needs a lot of resistance, and it needs organized resistance. And women are, we're half the population. We can do this, and we have given birth to all of humanity. I mean, the only people who have ever given birth are females. And Mother's Day is coming up. I'm excited to celebrate mothers as a special group of adult human females that brought us all here. And I guess we've got 11 watching now. Yeah, the Florida ladies, they're gone now. They had about 10 minutes of speeches, I think, before they signed off. So, and I think it just goes to show you these things are hard. Like, I'm amazed at how much we've been able to do here in Madison, and how many TRAs were attracted to our events after the April 23rd, which we're going to be coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Sisters for Sisters. After Sisters for Sisters and the April 23rd Speaker's Corner that we did by the Lady Forward statue that drew 100 activists, some of them trans activists and some of them feminists, but there were like 100 of us, and we were all out together on the steps of the Capitol, and there was no violence. It's escalated since then. I mean, I don't know, maybe not here in Madison. Different cities are different. We haven't tested it for a while outside. The weather's been really crappy, and I don't know. I think that we should be able to go out into the public square without fear, and my hat's off to the ladies in Florida who did that today. But it seems like, I wonder if the TRAs, what are the TRAs going to do next, and how can we gain that information and be a couple steps ahead of them is a question that I like to ask. So looks like, oh, we've got 12 now. See, people are still tuning in because we've only been on the air now for like 15 minutes. So you know what? I've got a captive audience. I'm going to just try my set list on you. How's that? Okay. I'm going to play some music. Hopefully it sounds okay though. Does it sound okay? Yeah, that was quick, says Pinwheel. It really was very quick. Let me get my guitar and tell me, because I don't want to play unless the sound sounds good. You know what I mean? Because then you sound bad and then people think you're bad because the sound was bad. So, yeah, you never know how it's going to go. Mary says that it sounds good. Mighty try Jade and V up to take a trip up here and join me in the TRA. Mecca, Asheville. Okay. Yeah, all right. If there's anyway, WLRN is going to be doing a show with Kay Yang and Jay Thomas this next month. We're going to be discussing Women Speak Out events and the whole Women Speak Out movement, the Let Women Speak movement that's been started. It's about a year old. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it started April 23rd, 2022 in the United States, or right around there. I know that Kara Dansky and I think it was WDI USA did one on the East Coast right around that time. Maybe it was February or March. But anyway, and a lot has happened in a year, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about, do we need to rethink some things? What have we learned? What are some lessons we've learned about microphones and microphone placement and banner placement, and how important the banners are, how important having a police liaison is, and whether TRAs are going to be there or not. And I think we've got, and I've heard Amy talking about this, Amy Souza. I can't speak for her, but I believe what she was saying, and I think I might agree with it, is we have lots of documentation of these guys now being complete assholes and being violent towards us, and so maybe we don't need that film documentation anymore, and we don't want to put women in harm's way. Maybe we don't want to put women in harm's way. Just something to contemplate. Like, I think we need a diversity of tactics and strategies for sure as we go along, and some tactics and some strategies are going to work in one moment, in one situation, and they don't in another, So I think we're going to have a great discussion. Hey, Christina, so nice to see you here. I've just been respecting and admiring your work so much, and your fervor and your vigor, and how you're just going up to bat. And as a volunteer, it's really been great to see your presence online. I cannot always catch all of the things that you're doing because you do so much, but I think that getting that out there, just having a regular show, always going out there and just steadily putting your messages out there, and our messages, really. I feel like we've got a strong movement in this United States of America right now, with some very strong women that I'm seeing in the chat right now. I don't know. I want to become our own turf island, but in some, turf nation, turf USA, turf in USA is, I think, oh, by the way, I'm wearing the Turf in USA t-shirt today just because I felt like wearing it. It is available on the WLRN website, which I will just you know, shamelessly plug. If you go, where did I put it? Oh, there's the donate. I don't want it to be a ticker anymore though. But if you go to this website, you can hit the little shopping cart icon. Oh, donate, show. There it is. You can hit the shopping cart icon and you too can go Turfing USA, walking down the streets of America. We can do this, ladies. We can do this. I mean, there's clearly no hate in that t-shirt, and there's clearly no hate in folk music that's being played about like Turf Collective stickers and stuff. So let me try my set list on you. Why not? And I won't be insulted if like everyone leaves right now, but I've got this little set list that I've been working up, and I feel like it's kind of like for us, for American women who are active, you know, women who want to see real change and want to like do it in community and with each other. And I think a lot of those types of women are. Oh, now we've got 14, so that's good. Okay, so here we go. Again, tell me, let me get back to the comments. Tell me if the sound is bad, because I really don't want to play if the sound is bad. Like, I noticed that. My turban queen, when will you be seen with me out in the open breeze? My turban queen, there are stickers to paste and campfires to make, and with the wind on your face, you'll pick up speed. My turban queen, come dance with me into the night under starry skies. We'll ride our bikes along the shore. Michigami calls our names, and with honor I do the same. Oh, sacred Michigan, Michigan, oh, Michigan, Michigan. My turban queen, let's dance cheek to cheek out in the open breeze. You are free. So yeah, that I wrote that song when I rode my bike between two Michigan women's festivals. It was 142 miles in between the two festivals. And I took my time meandering with the trailer, you know, and camping and jumping into Lake Michigan. And it was so great. And I'd love to do it with like 30 women. Why not? In a bike tribe between two women's music festivals in July and August. You just need a month off from work, you know, and we could become a bike tribe. And so then this next song I wrote like 13 years ago. And it's about climate change and grassroots organizing and, I don't know, cosmic connection between the earth and the stars and our sun and lots of nature. I hope you like it. doesn't matter. Pretend she doesn't care. That hundreds and thousands of millions of tears flow under the bridge over there. She acts as if it doesn't matter. Pretend she doesn't care. That her tears flow down, soaking the ground, and she is full to the brim. She is full to the brim. And if she had a garnet, she'd wear it around her neck, attracting and drawing the love she deserves, and avoiding the wreck, avoiding the wreckage, the wreck. But I haven't even practiced my instruments, she says, then refuses to look to the sky. She walks alone at night instead, searching. She is searching. She stumbles on a garden where the plants grow tall, and she's surrounded by people who love her no matter how small. 'Cause it's the birds and the bees and the butterflies after all. The birds and the bees and the butterflies unite us all. Then she's returning to the land of searching, but with a garnet fastened to her neck, and the love up above that always was is shining down, drying the ground, till she finally sees the grass for the trees beneath the star sun, wrapped up in the dark, wrapped up in the dark. All right. Well, thanks for listening so much. I mean, yeah. And then the very last one, if you're still there, Amber's there. So anyway, the very last one is about in this little mini set list that I'm wanting to get out there to get all the turban queens to get on bicycles all together and just go everywhere and just take over, you know, and in a community, like, collective way. And I know that sounds like very utopic, and it is, but I've been in bike villages before, and the bicycle is like this really amazing tool of liberation. And women on bicycles have this very long history, the relationship that women have with bicycles. So I'm just gonna play this last song, and it chronicles, this is like one of the most recent songs I've written. It chronicles what happened here in Madison, and just how I am here in Madison, and getting cited with hate crime enhancement for putting up a Turf Collective sticker. So I've got a pocket full of Turf Collective stickers, and I'm riding my bike through the city. I look up and see power lines and cars, but also the flowers so pretty. Yesterday it was 90, today it's 45. The fronts keep rolling in, and from the seat of my bicycle, sisters, I tell ya, it's starting to look rather grim, but I will ride on to see what I see. I will ride on to be free, 'cause the simple act of motion paired with symmetry puts your mind at ease. I was cited with a hate crime for putting up stickers like these. But don't worry, sisters, I know how to move like the breeze. You just keep pedaling forward and you don't bother to look behind. Pretty soon, friends, there'll be stickers of every kind. Yeah, I will ride on to see what I see. I will ride on to be free, 'cause the simple act of motion paired with symmetry, it puts your mind at ease. Oh, but I don't mean to say it gets easier as you go along. No matter how you play, something easily could go very terribly wrong. And it does. Just 'cause. No, but I have got to be free to fly high with the breeze. My mind will always be free. Soar high with the breeze. So now I've got a pocket full of Turf Collective stickers, and I'm riding my bike through the city. I look up and see ridiculous TRAs, but also the women so sturdy. Yesterday it was freezing, today it's boiling hot. We all know how this will end, but if we band together and have each other's backs, sisters, I'm sure we're gonna win. So let's all ride on to see what we see. Let's all ride on to be free, 'cause a simple act of motion paired with symmetry. I said a simple act of motion, when it's paired with symmetry, it'll put your mind at ease. Mind at ease. Mind at ease. Mind at ease. All right, Turfing USA, ladies. Let's get out on our bicycles. You know, we can have trailers, put our sleeping bags in there, and tents, and we can have campfires and sing songs and I know it sounds utopic, but I don't know what else you're going to do with the last moments here on Earth as, industrial civilization collapses and there's all these calamities and catastrophes everywhere. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening today. We will win. Christina, oh, so nice to see you. I'm really glad you came today. And yeah, you're welcome for the tunes. And thanks for listening and tuning into WLRN. And thanks to the Let Women Speak ladies in Florida, the Women Speak Florida group with Jade and VF. And stay tuned for more WLRN live streams. We're going to be doing some live streaming hopefully in the future here. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Well, I can tell you we're doing a turf tea time on April 30th live from WLRN studios, where there will be Madison local women who are performing sketches, like little, plays, and we'll do a newscast about local turf news on the street beat of Madison. So that's going to be on April 30th at 1 p.m. I think it is Central Time. Haven't made the publicity screen for it yet. I will be doing that soon. And anyway, have a great afternoon, everyone. Ciao.